Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Thursday, the 28th of July. I am Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Christina Memorial Swim Camp for Week 2 on the way. And in our feature for this evening, Anguilla wins in Cultural Games. We'll take this break and I'll be right back.
My name is Doriel Truss Phillip, Director of the Department of Statistics, Ministry of Finance in the Nevis Island Administration. Today's segment, we will look at common questions that are generally asked about a census. A population and housing census is the official enumeration or listing of all persons and living quarters in a country at a specific time. A census is conducted every 10 years. The last census in the Federation was in 2011, thus 2021 is census year. The last census count on Nevis was 12,277. The information for a census can be collected by paper, which is called PAPI, or by electronically use of tablets, phone, or laptops, known as CAPI, which is computer-assisted personal interviews. All interviews are done face-to-face. What is your age? What is your gender? Where were you born? What is your marital status? And how many persons lives in this house? Thank you for watching our segment today on population and housing census. Remember to like and follow us on Facebook. Please feel free to contact us at 469-5521 extension 5060 or WhatsApp us on 667-1886 for any information. Remember, it's you, me, us, 2021 census, #be counted.
Well, I'm back and we start with cricket. Nevis has a slight advantage at the end of day one in the under-19 trial match being played between the under-19 cricketers from St. Kitts and Nevis. The match is being played at the VOGN grounds and commenced on Wednesday, 27 July. Nevis under-19s won the toss and opted to bat first. The summarized scores: Nevis 141 all out in 50.1 overs, Rajani Didat 32, Tiger Brown 27, Carlon Bowen Tuckett 23. Cody Lowry picked up 4 for 18 and Ronald Williams 2 for 16. Xavier Henry also picked up 2 wickets, 2 for 10. St. Kitts in response bowled out for 104 in 37.2 overs. Xavier Henry 35 not out, Jaheen Clark 25, Kasim Archibald 22. Onaje Amri picked up 6 for 36, and that included a hat-trick. Well done, young man. Delroy Prentice 2 for 10. The match was set to conclude today, Thursday, 28 July. Now to swimming. The second week of the Christina Memorial Swim Camp got underway on Monday, 25th July at the Yachtsman's Beach. We spoke with Chief Coordinator Terry Andrews. It's week 2 of the Christina Memorial Camp. We are back here at the Yachtsman's Grill. Last week we had a very successful period from Monday to Thursday and the certification and all that. Children were very enthused. This is another week. Today's Tuesday. And guess what? We are back at Yachtsman's with another set of children. How many this time around, Terry?
Well, Curtis, we're excited to have 65 children registered for our second week of camp. So again, in total, I think we'll be about 125 maybe for the total for the 2 weeks.
And the process remains the same, morning and afternoon sessions?
We do. We run our morning session, our morning camp from 9 to 12, and our afternoon camp from 1 to 4.
Today is actually the 25th, 26th of July. It means that we're just a couple of days away from a very significant date. You want to tighten with what's going on here?
Sure. 52 years ago, the Christina ferry sank. It was a horrible, horrible event. I think it was the worst maritime disaster in the English-speaking Caribbean. And as we mentioned in our last interview, it significantly impacted the psyche of the citizens here, especially in Nevis, where the reaction to the sea is not one of fun or excitement, it's one of fear. And so that was why Swim to Win was created, was to replace the fear with fun and fitness and family time. And so we're so grateful for our relationship and our partnership with government, who also sees the need and is sponsoring these Christina Memorial summer swim camps. And the purpose of this is that we don't forget the history. We need to remember the history, and we need to honor those lives that were lost and do everything in our power that that does not ever happen again.
In terms of overall objectives, what I noticed last week from Monday to Thursday, the children learned so much that some of them actually swam who never would have learned to swim before. So, but then I've seen things like this happen. You go to the camp, you learn to swim or start to learn to swim, and then end of story. Is there a follow-up? What happens after the camps are completed?
Well, so Swim to Win is committed to teaching swimming year-round, and we're also committed to continually educating and our instructors, and so they're continually learning the techniques. We know this much at this point, and our instructors are continually getting trained. And so we do offer year-round swim lessons. We do our Saturdays, our Sunday Swim to Wins. Those start up again in September. We have our Easter swim camp. We have our Saturday groups. We do a new thing that we've offered is now our women's water retreat. So for women who are too fearful to even consider signing up for a swim lesson, that they come and we do it just on a weekend where they're meditation and yoga and a little water aerobics, because that to change the psyche. If we change the fear of the adults, then we can reach all the children. So it is definitely an ongoing program. And again, our commitment is to teaching proper technique. And as you know, Curtis, we can't teach anybody to swim properly in 4 days, but we can start the process. And a lot, again, the children are learning balance in the water. They're learning how to keep their face in the water, position of the head. This is not swimming. As you know, this is not swimming.
So the other aspect too is that you can also just reiterate the fact that there will be swim lessons in the schools for the very first, well, you started already, but it will be even broader and wider.
Yeah, and again, I'm so grateful for government for seeing the need of this. And so we started with our 2 pilot swim programs in the school curriculum for St. Thomas Primary and for the CBIS school, and then we're going to introduce to 2 more schools in the fall term. And again, ideally is that long term that this will be offered, swimming will be offered as one of the sports, and so as part of the PE curriculum, so that every child learns to swim as part of their education.
Do you foresee one of these days the grand inter-primary meet, that there'll be a swim aspect to it?
Well, wouldn't that be nice? I keep hoping that we'll eventually get a pool out there by that beautiful Mondo track, and where we're having the athletic events, then we would also be able to have big swim meets. And as you know, that would be Winston's dream come true. He's working on creating a federation team right now. So yes, ideally is not only that everybody's safe in the water, but it becomes a competitive sport. And for those children who really fall in love with the sport of swimming, that they can also compete.
Final words as you look into the camera. There's somebody looking on here who is saying, me in that water? Your final words, Terry.
We are here to help you overcome that fear. It's empowering. It's empowering. We come from water. Most of our body is water. We live on this island. When I get on the local ferries and I see people so frightened, we want to replace that. The water is a beautiful, beautiful thing. As you know, Curtis, we just did a lifeguard training course, so our instructors are being trained up on that. Coast Guard are going through more training. We're ideally long term. I would love to see proper lifeguards employed on our beaches and at the hotels so that we can keep everybody safe. But if you are afraid of the water, come see us. I promise you will enjoy it. I promise you will have fun. In fact, one of our volunteers here, Ella, who's right there in the background, she came through our first women's water retreat, and she said it was life-changing for her, that now she's down as part of the program. So this is very grassroots, as you know, and we want to have more people involved. So come see us, and we'll get you safe in the water.
Thank you so much, and we'll be back on Thursday for the certification of these youngsters as well.
And thank you again, Curtis. Curtis is one of our great supporters, and I know he also sees the need and believes in us being safe in the water. So thank you for your support.
Welcome. All right. We go to break, and when I come back, we'll have our feature for this evening. Well, I'm back, and tonight athletics is in the spotlight. The Anguilla Rainbow Rockets were the dominant force at the Culturama Games held at the Nevis Athletic Stadium on Sunday, 24th July. Teams from host island Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts, and Anguilla participated in the grand athletic event, which featured a variety of races including the 400, 200, 800, 1200, and 100 meters, along with field events. The final point standings were the Anguilla Rainbow Rockets 48 points, Antigua and Barbuda 41 points, Titans 34 points, Panthers International 20 points, TC Immortals 18 points, Charlestown Secondary School 17 points, SKN Nationals 10 points, Roots Athletics Club 10 points, SL Hosford Space Setters 10 points, and SKN Development Squad 5 points. We go now to the Nevis Athletic Stadium, aka the Mondo Track, and we pick up the action in the 400-meter events.
So we're going to have the first race of the day. It's on the 11 girls. Go ahead. On the 11 girls. And would be starting any moment now on the starters orders. Not too sure which athletes are representing which clubs, but they're off. So we see 4 athletes with the green outfit, 1 with the orange, and we already hear some shouts behind us. So we have the orange top athlete making a move now. She has taken the lead, long legs, striding nicely, and then there's an athlete in green who is within striking distance. She also has pretty long legs. It might come down to the final 100 meters. Not too sure how it's going to work because the athlete in orange slowing up somewhat. They're encouraging the second place athlete. Some encouragement from the pavilion. But she's still in the lead, the orange house athlete. And she's moving very nicely. Now she has a bit of a challenge from the greenhouse athlete, but I don't think she is going to give up that slim lead, but that athlete is getting closer, it's getting closer, it's getting closer, it's getting closer, it's getting closer. She pushes out, and she just barely made it. That little extra energy to the end, deciding that she wanted it more than the second placer, and maybe overexerting herself in the process. And a very good race. Here comes the final athlete in the race. The Red Cross delayed a little bit getting to her, but that's the end of race number 1. We understand that the green top athletes are from Anguilla, and of course the orange top is Charlestown Primary. We'll find out who the others are eventually, but we have quite a number in this under 11 boys 400 meters. So here they go. The green top athletes already making a move. There's one looking pretty quick on the inside there, and he's making a very speedy move as he comes across. But there's an orange house athlete, one from Charlestown Primary, who is closing the gap nicely on the inside, and he has gone past them now, so he's in the lead. I think it's one of those brothers from Bath, and there's another brother. His brother is behind, also pushing, so he too might be in contention for maybe the second or third place. But this one at the top looking pretty strong as he will start the final 100 meters now. Here he comes, heading towards us, still in charge, still in front, and the Anguillans are shouting their support. Here he comes, but he's been challenged now. He's been challenged, he's been overtaken. A blows athlete has gone past him like a rocket, and the two brothers literally came in together. That was a great finish there by the Anguillan, and the others coming. the under 13 girls, they are off and running. Let's see where Charlestown fits into this. Seems to be struggling at the moment. But on the inside, we have a pretty strong looking athlete in brownish suit, brownish outfit. She looks pretty smooth. She looks smooth. The green athlete at the top is on the outside, but this athlete on the inside looks strong. Long legs, striding smoothly, looking as if she's large and in charge here. She's right on that inner lane. She takes the lead now. Charlestown really struggling here. So Charlestown not in the first and second and third spots for the moment. So here she comes. That athlete getting some encouragement here. Coming along nicely. Striding well. Still in charge. Well in charge. She's way out front. Getting a lot of cheers from the crowd. She takes it very easily indeed. And then the second placer comes in. Charlestown Primary would seal the third spot despite the cheers for the Anguillan here, who is struggling. She's in problems. She needs the Red Cross as she crashes to the ground and she's crying. So the others are coming in. The Red Cross a little bit slow in their movements here, but they're there finally. She's actually crying. Haven't seen that for a bit. We have confirmed that the athlete who tore away and took that gold medal so handsomely is out of Wadadli, Antigua. So an Antiguan taking gold in that one. So it's the under 13 boys now. Keep your eyes on the Charlestown Primary rep. He is a superstar, but he's matching up against some other superstars from other islands. Let's see how he does. He's already making waves, looking pretty strong. His mom is shouting behind here. So he's already making waves, looking pretty strong there. Pushing out nicely. He's a super athlete, I can tell you. And the athlete at the top, I guess he's a super athlete in Anguilla as well. So look at the super athlete from Nevis, chasing the super athlete from Anguilla. He's closing the gap, but he realizes that he has a race on here because the Anguillan is holding on to that lead. It's getting slimmer and slimmer though because he's making a move now. He's making a move now, Young Newton. He's making a move, definite move. Look at the final 100 meters now as they pedal up. Oh, that Anguillan is holding on to that lead. He has a run, but he's being pushed. He's being pushed by Young Newton. Can Young Newton pass him? Newton is giving up. Newton has given up. He has been burnt out by the Young Anguillan. Champion run by the Young Anguillan. It means that he's a super athlete down there as well, because he has beaten another super athlete. And here comes third placer and fourth placer. It was a tremendous race, but he just couldn't find the energy in those last 20 meters or so. This young man stormed away to take the gold medal. Well, I must commend the officials, because even after the late start, they've been getting these races put together pretty quickly. And so we have another one off and running. We see the Anguillans, or well, at least an Anguillan leading for the moment. There's a Charlestown Primary rep, red and orange top, making some strides on the inside, getting some encouragement from the hillside. And there are two athletes ahead of him, but on the inside now he's making waves because he seems to be taking that lead role just about here. So the final 100 meters, can he hold on to that lead? We'll wait and see, because he is just about coming through now. There he goes, storming his way to take the gold. Very good run indeed. And the others. So it's on the 15 girls, and 3 of them in this particular event. just about to get going. Starter giving the final instructions. Clean start. So there's 3 athletes in this one. Sluggish looking start, but the movements start now, just about now, with that athlete in black making good moves here. But there's another athlete behind her in green. Well, she's slowing up somewhat, and the other two, well, they don't seem as if they're going to challenge the leader of the pack for the moment, because she looks as if she's totally in control of this one, moving along nicely. The others are really slowing up badly, and the leader, she's coming around nicely, looking very strong indeed. Here she comes. Nice movements down the final 100 meters. Here she comes, storming away in her red track shoes. The other athlete is trying to make a late bid here, and it could be a strong bid because the leader is slowing up badly. The leader is slowing up badly. This could be interesting. Does she have enough gas in the tank? Well, she just barely got home safely. Good run in the end by the second placer, and Miss Anguilla comes in third. So loud applause from our supporters back of us. And of course teams from Nevis. So they are on the starters orders. Should be getting underway momentarily. They're off and running. So looks a little slow for starters, but we're seeing now movements by one of the yellow top athletes, Nevis rep. He's on the inside, looking pretty strong. There's another one challenging too. So we have at least 2 of the yellow shirts at the top, but there's a black shirt athlete on the outside, and he looks particularly strong as well. But coming on the inside now towards the final 100 meters, it might be a race on between these 2 yellow shirt athletes. Well, one of them with a definite bit of a lead. He's pulling away even further. He looks strong. He's completing the final 100 meters really well. Really good finish this. He's large and in charge. Takes it with ease. And then the second placer. And then the third placer. And then the rest. So, good race. On the starters orders.
Set.
Clean gun. They're off. Now let's see who is going to hustle this one. Well, the second placer for now, she looks pretty smooth, but she's been challenged now by the third placer, who looks exceptionally strong in this early stage of the race. The first placer for the moment, she looks as if she's keeping that one pace, but look at the athlete here in black. She's striding nicely and she has taken the lead, but the other athlete in black has decided, no, I want this just as much as you, and so she has pulled away for the moment, and we could have an interesting finish on the final 100 meters. But the athlete at the top, she seems to be saying, this race is mine. She looks particularly strong on the final 100 meters. Looks as if she owns this race. Looks as if this is hers, even though the athlete with the red shorts is trying her utmost, but it would have to be another day. Brilliant run, brilliant run. And the second placer comes in. Third placer is in. And she started strongly, but finishing in fourth spot.
Well, that's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.